Hi, in this video, we're going to discuss some important points regarding zero-sum game and non-zero-sum game. In a zero-sum game, one person's victory is another person's loss. For example, let's take the example of tic-tac-toe. If one person wins, the other person loses. That is automatically what's driven of a zero-sum game. So the basic constant, the payoff is constant and it is zero, right? So being well informed always helps in a zero-sum game. Now, what does this mean? For example, there's let's say a union or let's say a game, a tic-tac-toe. Let's take the example of tic-tac-toe game. If one person knows the rules and motives and let's say moves of the other person, that is beneficial for him, right? And if and it is also at the same time beneficial for the other person also who's in the game. So both parties have relevant information regarding the game, like chess. Now, in a non-zero sum game, being informed, non-zero sum game basically means that both the parties can either work together and have a maximum, let's say, maximum result. For example, one person's loss will not affect the other person's victory. That is why in non-zero sum game we focus on winning. The both parties can win at the same time, and the both parties can lose at the same time. Can gain minimum, let's say, result and also gain maximum result. So they both can have a mutually like good sum, beneficial sum, or they could have a mutually like mutual loss. Like in a voluntary exchange program, there's a mutual advantage for both the parties. All right. So the other point is one's knowledge may harm others. Now, what does that mean? For example, there's a blackmailer. Let's say he blackmails person A. Now, the information that a blackmailer has can now harm the let's say the mental health or the moves, the upcoming moves of person A. Now, this is not the ideal situation in a non-zero sum game, because in a non-zero sum game, it doesn't matter, one's win doesn't really affect the other person. It means that it is not necessary if one person wins, the other person is going to lose. This is not the case in non-zero sum game. So basically, one's knowledge may harm others. So imperfect information is promoted or is considered in a non-zero sum game. All right, and the sum of payoffs is not constant, unlike zero sum game.